I'm here today with Jacob Butler, aka Shakey, an artist who is painting a large mural to celebrate the centenary of the group settlements here in Margaret River. So just for the radio listeners, what are you actually painting here today?
I'm attempting to bring to life what it was like back in the early settlement days. So I'm giving you a glimpse in the home life. So I've got a recreation of a humpy, which is what they used to live in, like old sheds. And then the main industry was dairy and timber. Well, it was actually dairy. People were convinced to come to do dairy, but they realised that they had to log the whole area first. So that was a great part of the history. So I wanted to show the sort of hardship, scenes of logging, and then also pay tribute to the dairy as well.
What's your artistic process when you paint a mural like this? Like I saw you had the iPad before. Can you take us through the process?
Yeah, first and foremost, it's chatting with the historians and working out what are the main stories that you want to convey. So I like it when there's a bit of a story, and that'll drive the painting. To do that, it's going through different reference photos. I try and keep as much authenticity as possible by using actual photos. And then the hard part is recreating them onto a corrugated surface. So I had to really figure out how to do that while keeping it like a memory. So I've decided to run with paintbrush and try and keep it realistic but also abstract, so your brain can sort of make up the feel of it and also how those people actually used to look.
And you just talked about the corrugated iron. Was that a bit of a challenge trying to work with that?
Yeah, probably the hardest painting I've ever done, actually. I just figured if we had a flat wall, it'd be a different effect. So I put my hand up to the challenge because I actually like it when you're painting on something rustic and old. And then if you can put, say, something like a black and white memory over it, then it's going to be, I guess you could say, corrugated like the memory itself. So, yeah, a bit of a teething process trying to work it out, but I'm getting there, I think.
And your artist name is Shakey. How did that name come about?
I've got a tremor, which is sort of up and down all the time, but friends who hang out will probably notice a bit more, and they just give me that nickname. It's called benign essential tremor, so it's just something I always have, and they used to just poke fun at me, and I thought it was a funny name, so I kept it.
Do you think your shakes kind of add to your artistic style?
Yeah, it definitely helps, I think, especially for work like this, because if I wanted to do it perfect, like photorealism, I probably would have a nervous breakdown because how long it would take. So when you have shakes, you're not too worried about the fine lines, and you can actually get a bit of personality. You can make it a bit more raw, and I find that's what you need for artwork like this. So not so worried because you're kind of messy as it is, and I think that all helps.
What keeps you going when you're out here? Do you listen to music, or how do you get motivated?
I listen to lots of podcasts, comedians, they make me laugh, but also just people coming by and saying that they appreciate it. That gives me a bit of confidence. Also what keeps me going is when I look at the weather forecast and it says it's going to rain, it really sends a rocket up me, so I've got to keep going.
Yeah, that would push you to get it done a bit faster.
Yeah, definitely, because it's a long way home.
Well, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us today at Radio Margaret River, Shakey. The mural looks absolutely amazing, and all our listeners should come down to the old settlement to check it out.
No worries, thanks very much.